For this lesson sizobe sisolva ama-Venn diagrams. In the description box kunama links for other recordings engwayenzile related to probability ka grade 11. There's also a link to one of the lessons waka grade 10. It's sort of like an introduction to ama-Venn diagrams. Please check it out as well. If ever you struggle or awazi ukuthi Venn diagram yini, please qala ngaleyo lesson, then you come back uzobukela this lesson on ama-Venn diagrams, right? So lana ngizokukhombisa ukuthi ungawathekelisha kanjani ama-problems involve ama-Venn diagrams, but there's nothing new la. Ama-Venn diagrams waka grade 11 asafana nama-Venn diagrams ka grade 10, yabona? So like grade 11, what's new? It's tree diagrams as well as contingency tables. So this is our example one, but you consider the following Venn diagrams. We are given two. This is the first one, the second one. So the first one in a two yama events, so A, no B. There's also an intersection, so this is a mutually inclusive event. And then Venn diagram number 2, there's no intersection, so they are mutually exclusive lama events now, ne? Okay. A, but we calculate the following. A, the probability of A. Okay, let me put this out. This one, this is the formula for calculating a probability. The probability for any event is equivalent or equal to the number of outcomes for that event divided by the number of outcomes in the sample space. So that event can be A, can be B, can be C, can be whatever, but you need to make sure with the probability yako, you need to count the number of outcomes kuleo event divided by the number of outcomes within the sample space. So lana, this is the Venn diagram. The rectangle represents the sample space, the circles represent ama events. Okay, A, but it's calculated the probability of A. So the probability of A is what is equal to the number of outcomes in A. Now A, it's the circle, it's this circle. So the number of outcomes within event A, it's 1, 2, 3 outcomes. So it's going to be 3 divided by the sample space, the rectangle number outcomes are in total. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in total. So I 8 in total. Now, so it's going to be 8. Now I answer it again. B, the probability of B. The probability of B. So this is B. How many outcomes do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to be 5 over 8. C, bafuna probability of not A. The probability of not A is equal to, okay, so this is A, right? This is A. Not A, it's everything else outside the event ga A. This is A. Not A, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to be 5 over 8. D, we want the probability of not B. Guess what? We want this thing, this cap nyana, this thing, the stroke above B. It also means not. So this example, legacy, we can also write this as probability of not A. It's one and the same thing, ne? It's one and the same thing. All right, now see for now not B this time. We want to not B. So this is equal to now B not B, it's everything outside of B. So it's 1, 2, 3. This is not B, this is B, not B, it's everything outside. So it's going to be 3 over 8. Actually, outside B, the number of outcomes outside of B, not B, it's 1, 2, 3, divided by the sample the number of outcomes within the sample space, which is 8. A or B. It's not the probability of, but it's A or B. A or B. So lana bafuna ulista all the outcomes between A or B. A or B. Alright. Just a quick recap nyan. O stands for union. Union. Another symbol for O, instead of saying O, we just use U to say O. This thing meaning ungaibala as A or B, like this, right? It's either usebenzisa this symbol ka U or usebenzisa OR, O. And then there's another one esuhlangana nayo, AND. AND stands for intersection. Intersection. Now, or A or B, it's the union between the events ka A no event bani B. This is the union. Everything oyithola ku A na ku B sithola ku A or B. So sinama outcomes ayingaki I6. So ulo 1 2 3 4 5 6. So siyawalista nje 1 2 3 4 5 6, like this. If it was N, A or B, then this N utikiti the number of outcomes between A in A or B. So besiyobala sithi 1 2 3 4 5 6. So the number of outcomes is what? It's 6. We overvelu bhala 6. But if there's no N bavele babhala bathi A or B, you just list all the outcomes. Alright. Okay, asiya ku F. Probability of A or B. A or B, this is equal to 6. A or B is now 1 2 3 4 5 6 are my outcomes, so it's going to be 6 over 8. G, okay, it's hard to keep up with this stuff. I think mark it out. F, now G, A and B. A and B, A and B, A and B siteni, and it's the intersection. So A and B, it's the intersection. It's this one. So again, we list the outcomes. 4 no 5. If it was N, besiwa counter versus pala the count. Okay, steadily with G. Now siyalagu H. H. So probability of A and B. This is what? The number of outcomes in A and B divided by the total number of outcomes in the sample space. So it's going to be A and B, the intersection, it's 1 and 2 over 8. HI, so siyalagu H, not A and B, not A or B. Okay, so this is A or B, not A or B. It's everything outside A no B, which is 7 and 8. So lana about 7 no 8. Nala, they require us to list all the outcomes. If it was N, if begu N like this, then besuti 1 2 spalu 2. HI, J, the probability of not A or B. Not A or B is equal to 1 2 over 8. right? Angisho, the probability requires us to count the number of outcomes divided by the number of outcomes within the sample space. J, K, 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 this is K, 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 not A and B. So not A and B, let's erase again. So not A and B, now A and B. Not A and B, it's everything outside the intersection. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. See our list alama outcomes. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, and then 8. Now again, right? Now okay, into engizoyenza manje ngizo-erase everything ngoba ngisana space okubhala, then siyoyenza u-L nalawa manye. Alright, L, alright, L, nangu L, L, it's probability of not A and B is equal to, so not A and B, I 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, so it's 6 over 8 la. L, M, A and not B, A and not B, so A and not B. Alright, la ube careful ke la ube careful, A nangu A, angisho. In fact, that's why in so let's mark them out. A, A, A. So these are the outcomes within event A, not B. Nangu not B la. This is B, angisho. This is B, not B. It's 1, 2, 3, right? So our answer is going to be 6 kuphela. Kuzovela kube u6 kuphela. Why? It's the intersection. So the intersection uyibona ngano, uyibona whenever uba na 2 yama marks, ne? Where you marked twice, that's your intersection, right? That's your intersection where you marked twice. So A, uqala ubheka uqala umarka ama outcomes ku A, bese uyabuya umarka ama outcomes ku not B, where they intersect ila i-answer yakhe lapho ke. And then M, N, so bafuna the probability now of A and not B, A and not B, so it's going to be 1 over 8. Done. Sizalage manje, not A and B, and O, not A and B is equal to not A and B, not A. Okay, this is A or not A now la. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then bafuna nobani no B. So B now B la. So this is B. We mark everything out a corner la go B. Yeah, so where there's 2 yama markings corner, it's our intersection. It's end. So where you find 2 yama marks corner, kuma outcomes with 2 markings, that's your answer. So answer you to give about 1, 2, and 3. Okay, P, we want the probability gemanje. Oh, P, so the probability it's not A and B, about 3 over 8. PQ, PQ, it's A or not B. A or not B. Let's see. Now starting with A, city A, nangu A, nangu A, nangu A. siyaku not B, so this is B, not B, it's this one and this one. So this time it's or. Or it means what? Means union, meaning you add everything, or uhlanganisa konke lokho kumakhile ke, ne, including where there's two yama marks khona. So in this case uq as now lama marking ayi2, so we just write down everything that has a mark. Even if there was a case where bekuna 2 yama mark bese wabhala wonke lawo. So lana kuyoba 4 5 6 7 then 8. Done. Then sizala R QR, the probability of A or not B. So give a 1 2 3 4 5, so it's 5 over 8. QRS S. So not A or B, not A or B. So not A or B, not A or B, not A, this is A, not A, it's 1 2 3, there's ones. B versus maku B, katas maku B, nangu B, nangu B, nangu B, nangu B, nangu B. Since it's all, we unite all the outcomes. We write down everything, including the ones on a double mark. So it's 1 2 3 4 5 7 then 8. S done. T, the probability of A or B is equal to 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, so it's 7 over 8. U V W X, that should be your exercise, ne? You can pause this video, then you attempt to against lama questions are set, ne? So let's do example number 2. All right, example number 2. Lanabati, the probability that Joe will today see a movie is 0.7. So the probability of Joe seeing a movie is equal to 0.7. The probability that you will go to a restaurant is 0.8. The probability of going to a restaurant is 0.8. Pay attention, the M stands for movie, the R, it's the first letter for restaurant. The probability of him seeing a movie and going to a restaurant is 0.6. So lana go probability of going to a movie and a restaurant is equal to 0.6. Determine the probability that he doesn't go to a movie or a restaurant. Okay. Lana, you need to have kuzofuna ukuthi draw a Venn diagram for this problem. So sizothi so let's use a different color. 7 red. CT, going to a movie, there's an intersection between the two events for movie and then the restaurant. Okay, going back to blue, back. Oma draw a event diagram, you always start at the intersection. So at the intersection for the movie, and remember, and stands for intersection. So movie and restaurant, it's 0.6. Then for the movies, it's 0.7. For the movies, it's 0.7. It means that like about 0.1. So that now it is 0.1 plus 0.6 in 0.7. and then ngapha ku-restaurant kuyoba 0,8. The restaurant as a whole will be 0,8. So lana is going to be 0,2 because 0,6 plus 0,2 it's 0,8. Now it's important with the sample space. Now add all probabilities wonke, you should get 1. So 0,1 plus 0,6, 0,7 plus 0,2, it's 0,9. So 0,1 it's missing. Now add wonke lama probabilities law, you should get 1. 0,2 plus 0,1, it's 1. It's 1. Now sesingaphendula ke, now uqeda ukudraw event diagram yakho, make sure ukuthi the probabilities within the sample space they all add up to 1. Now so if that is the case, so uqedile ngokudraw event diagram yakho and placing all the probabilities correctly. Now bese ungaphendula kama question, you can answer any question again from now on. Determine the probability that he doesn't go to a movie or a restaurant. So the probability of not going to a movie or a restaurant So I'm not going to the movie or the restaurant, so my answer is definitely 0,1. B, he only goes to a movie. So 0,6 it's when he goes to the movie and the restaurant. Lo 0,1 lo uyabona outside the intersection but within event M. So it means that the probability of only going to the movies is equal to 0,1. C, he only goes to a restaurant. Only R, the restaurant, it's this one, 0,2. D, doesn't go to a movie. Okay, check this out. Not the movie. Doesn't go to a movie. So lana we just write it as not going to the movie. So now movie la, I don't want to go to the movies. I don't want to go here, right? This is the probability of me going to the movie, which is 0,7. 0.1 plus 0,6 is 0.7. Me going to the movie, it's 0,7. Not going to the movie, it's this one and this one. So it means you about 0,2 plus 0,1, which is 0,3. E, does not go to a restaurant. This is the restaurant. Me not going to the restaurant, it's this one and this one. Not R, not the restaurant. It's 0,1 plus 0,1 or 0,2. F, he goes to either one or the other. He goes to either one or the other. It's either nyagupi, nyaguma movie, or the restaurant, or pasipu ola. So the or, it's what? It's union. So I add everything ku M na ku R. 1, 0,6, 0,2. Added this one, and this one. So answer it to 0,9. Now answer it for example number 2. Alright, since example number 3. Okay, if it is given that the probability of A is equal to 0,35, probability B is equal to 0,8, and the probability of A and B is given as that, use a Venn diagram and a formula to determine the following. So what is 70 Venn diagram and a formula? What do they mean by that? sinama formulas ayi-2 ku-probability. A or B equal to the probability of A minus the probability of B. No, it's plus la, minus the probability of A and B. Then the second one, by the way, it doesn't mean ukuthi ku A no B la. It depends on the events abakuphe wona. If it's C no event D, you change la, you say C and D. And then sibe a second law B, which is not A equal to 1 minus the probability of A. This is also true. Not B is equal to 1 minus the probability of B. Right? It depends ukuthi ukhuluma nga which event la, right? Now which event. So these are the two formulas. Lawa sithi laws of a probability, the fundamental laws of a probability. Yes. Now but this is a combination of the two. Sebenza ini event diagram and a formula, right? And a formula. For instance, lagu A, we can use a formula. Then for the rest, we can use event diagram. Yeah, I have the probability of A or B. A or B. So go A, sizothi the probability of A or B is equal to the probability of A I'm given now 0.35 plus the probability of B. The probability of B is given 0.8 minus the probability of A and B 0.25. Answer 0.35 plus 0.8 minus 0.25, 0.9. Answer it together, right? Then for the for these events again, for these questions B to E, we use event diagram, right? Ngoba akuna formula A no not A and B, not A or B, asinayo like formula between the two. Remember? So I have to apply event diagram again this time. So T. Okay. No. T manje. As well as this one. 70 blue. Alright, now A, now B. So siqala kuphi ku intersection 0.25. The probability of A, it should be 0.35. Should like about 0.1. 0.1 plus 0.25 is 0.35. Ngapha ku B sizoba no 0.8 minus 0.25. Answer it should be 0.55. Okay, so since it's still on my probabilities la, so sutini 0.1 plus 0.25 plus 0.55 is equal to short to 0.1, which is outside the two events. B, the probability of not A and B and its intersection. So not A, now A, not A, now la. B, now B, this is B, B. So and intersection, so we answer it tonight la. Where's in a 2 yama marks, that's our answer. C, probability A or B. Answer about one. Can erase lama mark ngoba sizomarka futhi la. Okay ke A, not A, now not A. B, now B, now B. So since it's or, it means that we combine everything with the mark. everything with the mark. What did I do? A, alright, not A, 1 2, B, it's this one, 1 2, okay, no, singabon, this one is out, but anyway, it's 1 2 3. We just add them up, everything with the mark. Say I add 0.25 lapha, and now 0.25 plus 0.55 plus 0.1. So answer yethu la it should be 25 plus 0.55 plus 0.1. Answer 0.9. 0.9 C, then D. So the probability of not A and B, not A and B. So now A and B, not, it's 1 2 3. It's 1 2 3. Let's do this. Let's do this. Do this. Do this. Okay, we'll 2 5 la. Now not A. So A and B now. Answer it la, na la, na la. Yeah, so answer it tonight 0.1 plus 0.55 plus 0.1 2. So answer it give out 0.75 now. E, the last one, the probability of A or not B. So A or B. Now A or B, it's a combination of B, no A. So not A or B, answer A to Naila, it's 0.1. So this concludes our lesson for today. I hope we enjoyed. I hope we told some value out of this lesson. Check out the description box for more lessons related to your probability. So guys, for now, asponane on the next lesson. Peace.